Hi everybody, my name is Dorn van Domelen. I'm a professor of geography and anthropology and geography at UAA, and I want to thank everyone for taking the time to watch this short video. It's a little advertisement, shameless self-promotion of two courses I'm teaching in the fall. One is Geography A475. The other is an experimental course, Geography A494. You can't see it yet in the schedule, at least not as of the end of March, but it should be there eventually. And it's a special one-credit add-on class that will go with 475 if people are interested in it. Cool bonus, 494, you're actually going to get paid to take the class if you decide to do it. So let me talk a little bit about why I think you should take these courses. Both of these courses are in the general field of geographic information systems. Pretty much all professionals working today in fields like archaeology, environmental fields, so that'd be natural science majors interested in environmental work, or doing biological field work, so biology majors, really need to have some sort of experience in GIS. Virtually all of the jobs that are out there now have some expectation that you're familiar with geographic information systems, and you're almost guaranteed of having to work in them. What are geographic information systems? Well, they are systems that allow us to take data that is geospatial. In other words, it's data that has a coordinate system that tells us a latitude and a longitude, where something is, and then attach other information to that. We can then take those data, we can put them into geographic information systems, we can start to map that information, we can start to study it, we can start to organize it, and ultimately we can begin to analyze those data as well. It's really crucial stuff these days, and I hope to be able to give you in this class a basic introduction to it and some sort of footing in it so that you can honestly say when you apply for jobs that you have some GIS experience. So what are you going to learn in this class? Well, you'll get a very basic introduction to geographic information systems, to the different types of software that are out there. You'll also learn about things like file types. You'll learn some of the basic terminology that's used in GIS. But very specifically, you will be collecting field data. You're going to create forms in software that you are then going to use to create and collect your own data. You'll take those data along with other data that you import and map it. So cartography is a big part of geographic information systems. And you'll be doing cartography in a couple of different ways, as I'm going to talk about in just a little bit. Then at the end of the course, you'll have a chance to experiment a little bit with what's called geospatial visualization. And in this course, you'll be able to make this really cool movie, and I'm going to show you an example of that. Very specifically in Geography A494, which is this experimental course, working with the Alaska Center for Conservation Science here at UAA, you will be collecting some very specific data on invasive species, the bird cherry, which is plaguing Anchorage's park. And these are data that are actually going to be used in order to help to eradicate that plant and also to learn more about where it's growing. You'll be doing all this and learning about these things through a number of different types of software that you're going to be exposed to in this course. You'll be collecting your data using something that's called Events and Maps, which is an application that you can actually use on your telephone. And here I am looking at my telephone at a map of the UMed area, specifically at UAA, where I've been collecting data about trees around campus. These data will then be able to be downloaded along with the other information that you've associated with it called attribute data. In addition to this, you are going to be using ArcGIS Pro. ArcGIS Pro is the standard software that is used in geographic information systems, and virtually every agency that uses GIS uses ArcGIS Pro now. This is an actual project that you'll be working on. You'll be taking what's called raster height data, and you will be building a 3D model with that and mapping it to allow you to visualize a particular area. But you'll be doing other things with ArcGIS Pro as well. I really like to focus on mapping in this course, so you'll be using a specialized kind of cartography software called Map Publisher. And Map Publisher is actually a plugin to Adobe Illustrator. So if you've ever used Adobe Illustrator or parts of the Creative Cloud, it'd be a little bit of a leg up on this. A Map Publisher allows us to make some pretty fancy maps and do some pretty cool things that allow us to look at the geographic data that we've collected and also to bring other data into the software to map it. And then finally in the course, you may choose to use a special product called Google Earth Studio. And Google Earth Studio is a visualization program that allows us to do what's called keyframe on different parts of Google Earth and make some really handsome looking videos from it. And this is just an example of one that I've created, very similar to the ones that you'll be able to create as well. You'll be able to put text in them. You'll be able to make a nice video. You'll even be able to put background music in this. I have background music in mine, but I've got it muted right now, so it's not too distracting to us. So these are the sorts of things that you will be able to do in this course and learn in this course. In the 494 course, you'll also be exposed to something called Survey 123 and Field Maps, both of which are ArcGIS products related to ArcGIS Pro. So when are the courses? Well, the courses are offered Tuesday and Thursday from 4 to 5:15. The 475 is. In addition, there are some asynchronous lectures that you will prepare before you come into what are essentially lab sessions where we'll work through each of the assignments. The 494 course is going to be held on Fridays in the first half of the semester. Again, you will be paid for coming to class and collecting data because it's going to be used by the Alaska Center for Conservation Science. The 494 is an optional class. The 475 can be taken on its own, or you can take them together. If you have any interest in these classes or you want to ask me some questions about them, please don't hesitate to contact me. Again, my name is Dorn Van Domelen. Here's my email address and my office room number as well. And I encourage you to stop by, ask me any questions that you might have about it. That's all. And again, thanks for watching and listening.